Hey everyone, we're back with the Great Ace Attorney. Last time we finally finished up with the investigation. We're getting to the trial and shady stuff is happening. I'm still not too sure where this is going. Like, we've got to have someone be the main antagonist, right? Like, is McGilda gonna end up being alive? Like, it's like we don't have a culprit yet, right? We haven't. It's not gonna be those two guys, probably. But like, look, if it's Drizzle Brent, that, you know, that justify it. But I haven't really foreshadowed her coming back much besides mentioning Wilson. Anyway, when I woke the following morning, Susato-san was already gone. You think she's gonna come back to save us? Outside the window, the rain came down in sheets. So began an even longer day than the last, one that I'd remember for the rest of my days. Do you think Iris is gonna be in the stand with us? No, I would love it if it was Sholmes. Please, if Sholmes, imagine the two of us, it would almost be as good as having Cosmo with us again. Leon Bailey defends the antechamber. Hey Gina. Good morning, Gina. Determined to prove your innocence today. I'm sure we can do it. So where's your friend then? Sorry? You know, wearing the fancy dress. Sarto, however you say it, I don't know. Mr. Sato had to leave early this morning. She was already gone by the time I woke up. You alright with that, are you? Forget about me if you like. Go and see her off. She's long gone by now. Well, presumably. It's fine. It's not as though Mr. Sato and I won't meet again. One day. Even so. But you, Gina. You only get one chance. This trial today is all we have. Good morning, you two! Sholmes? Oh no, it's just Iris. Oh, she brought the cat! How you feeling, Ginny? You managed to sleep? Meow. Iris, what are you doing here? What do you mean? When a friend is in need, we show our support. Isn't that right, Waggy? Waggy, he's gonna go get the defining piece of evidence. Great way to show your support, kitty. Let him have a nose around. What I'm gonna do? That reminds me. About a paper on the way here. Oh, this is gonna be important somehow. Now, what do you like, the good news or the bad news? What do you say, Bruno? Ginny? Oh well, you'd rather get the bad news out of the way first. I always take the good news first. You might not live to hear the bad. Oh, you know? Just hear the good news, don't hear the bad news. Yes, that question always gives away people's personalities. Let's not go there. Alright then, I'll give you the bad news first. Record amount of rain has fallen this morning. Characters all over the capital are struggling to move. Huh? Bad news weather report? I know that Susie made her train to Dover, but the train isn't delayed on the way to the port. Oh, okay. Gosh, yes. Alright then, so what's the good news? Well, the rain is forecast to subside this afternoon. Even if the train is delayed, should be able to make up the time later. Well, that is good news, isn't it? I mean, Winterbank is on the cover right there, so I assume this is gonna be relevant. Couldn't give a monkeys, really? If only all good news canceled out the bad. And look, this trial made the headlines too. Pawnbroker perishes in pick purse plunder. PP. Wait, what, did Natsume write this? PPPP. I didn't like that. Let them say what they want. See if I care. Can't, because covering your face. Don't worry, you know, soon show everyone that the headline is nonsense. Just takes a, you know, a 10-hour trial. I will. And then in tomorrow's papers, the headlines will be: Discharged diver is dauntless do-gooder. Isn't that right, Uno? Yes. Let's hope so. Of course they will. I have absolute faith in you. Can't let her down. How was that? Trying to sound like Susie. Did it work? Did it? Look, she was still here. Okay, yeah, today's paper. Have a looky at that. Winterbank. Yeah. Mario, yeah. Go bigger. Ground pickpocket protects planet post-trial. The PPPPPP. Perhaps. Protects planet? Hey, you don't know. What's this? That is FDR. Sensational story lowered on the front page as well. Ministry Mall. Classified secrets may have been leaked overseas from Ministry of Justice. For a 10-year-old? Finland has a finger on the pulse of the world news. Secret communications between Great Britain and its allies. Finally, they're being intercepted by hostile nations. Communications are being intercepted? How would somebody be doing that? The question, isn't it? Come up with three I wonder if they're gonna bring up the Russian revolutionary again. You remember that guy? You're looking for a new career, you know? Because, as I understand world politics in the year 1900-ish, Britain and Japan were allied, and everyone was afraid of the communists. Well, the communists hadn't happened yet, actually. Was everyone afraid of non-communist Russia? No, of course not. Wonder. Perhaps this is what Lord Strongheart was talking about yesterday. It could be. That's why he and Gregsy are running from pillar to post at the moment. Okay. There's an article about government secrets being leaked to foreign. Do you think it was Sholmes? He was accidentally just he had a loud mouth. Okay, I can't examine this. We got the book though. They don't know the law like Susie does, but still. She has a gun! I'll be by your side the whole time, giving you moral support and encouragement. Not sure that big thing is as comforting as you think it is, to be honest, but thank you, Iris. Very kind of you. Oh yeah, Iris. Yes, Ginny? Well, I was wondering is all. About Sholmes. They fix him up alright? Yes. The operation was a great success. But it really hasn't come around yet. He's still sleeping. Yeah, wink wink. He's having a tryst with Susato. Best friend of mine at Scotland Yard. Send a telegram as soon as he wakes up. Mr. Gregson will let us know the moment there's news. Oh, right. No Susato-san. No Mr. Sholmes. It's all down to me today. Prove that Gina's innocent of this crime. Miss Gina Lestrade, counsel for the defense. The trial is about to begin. Please make your way to the courtroom. It's time then. Yes, let's go, Gina. Iris. Either way, you know. Poor Gina. Trying to put on a brave face, but I can tell she's worried and scared. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned, for my McGilded didn't die theory, there'd have to be someone in the caravan. Well, unless they used the good old gramophone trick. But that wouldn't be possible with the music disc releasing. You'd need an actual gramophone, not a music box. So what if he threw Beppo in there? Has anyone seen Beppo? Please put him on the juror stand, please. We need to make sure Beppo's okay. I have to believe in her from start to finish. The weapon that'll secure our victory. Kazuma. If I learned anything from my great friend, it's that. What if he's the great ace attorney? Also, there's a star on his back. That imagery? Symbolism? OBS, you working? Yeah, you working. 10 a.m. exactly. Oh, the maid's back! On, was that the typewriter lady? Went too fast. The name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby declare this court to be in session. This trial shall determine the guilt or innocence of Miss Gina Lestrade. Now call upon the counsels for the prosecution and defense. Declare their willingness to proceed. Is it Von Zeeks? I didn't look over there. Yeah, okay. The prosecution is ready. The defense is ready. Lord Van Zeeks. My lord. Remind me, how many years ago was it that you withdrew from the public prosecution? 5? They keep bringing this up. I assume that's going to be brought up this case, so they have to bring it up again. It was some 5 years ago, my lord. Yes, and the 2 months ago you resurfaced somewhat unexpectedly. And here you are again today. He actually only comes up when we're here. He just likes us. There's some circumstances which the court should be aware that have led to this erratic behavior. Don't worry, it'll be brought up later. It's not relevant right now. What one might describe as your former life 5 years past. You dealt exclusively in matters concerned with the highest echelons of society and government. Really? Yet today, you choose to try a simple case of burglary and murder. Which, I mean, the McGilded case is obviously has ties to that. Case 4, if Olive Green maybe somehow? And remember, he did think Natsume was legitimately guilty. Whenever he realized that, you know, Beat lied about where the body was, he started helping us a little, right? Because I find it more than a little befuddling, Counsel. There are 2 types of person I cannot abide. Firstly, those wealthy scoundrels who hide behind a mask of philanthropy to cheat the public at large. He means Mr. McGilded, who you defended against the Reaper too. Yes, I know who he means. You just managed to work that out. Thank you. Magnus McGilded. I don't know what a monster he was. Would never have defended him. I mean, even he deserves a defense attorney. And secondly, even more loathsome, those wily scoundrels who masquerade as allies, only to effect total betrayal in the final hour. In other words, the confidence tricksters from those tiny islands. What? The Far East, the Nipponies! What? Did you really just say that? He means you now, you know? I actually managed to work that out too. Thank you, Iris. Total betrayal? What are you talking about? A torrid look of hatred in Lord Van Zink's eyes. Is that directed solely at me? Is he talking about all Japanese people? Alarmingly scathing explanation, Lord Van Zink's. So the judiciary welcomes the return of the so-called Reaper of the Bailey, feared by all of London's malefactors. Your lordship is too kind. Now, jurors, the 6 of you have been selected at random to represent the will of the people in this trial. Oh! Here, Deb! Some guy, that is the old man in the green coat but with a white coat now. And that is just the Russian Revolutionary. Straight up the Russian Revolutionary. Are you ready to hear the evidence placed before you? Determine the guilt or innocence of the defendant? Former lieutenant in the British Army here, don't you know? Chefs like me were born ready. Like, you didn't, like, go to jail? Well, I mean, I guess... I mean, he was just perjury. Well, arguably. His wife would be the one who, you know... If she got any jail time. It was an accident. I don't know how they would do that. Clean crockery, clean cutlery, and clean conscience. His lordship's motto is very appropriate here, I think. Oh, he has a... Everything will be stereoscopic in the future. Absolutely, absolutely everything. I'm ready for it. I don't understand it. Can't have left it in there. It's not possible. What I have. Do you think that's the same guy? They just reused the sprite. They you know, they put a little doctor thing on his head. You know, the white coat. Yeah, he's a doctor version of himself. But oh, she's not a typewriter anymore. She has a Morse code. Woman indispensable in society. Stop. Female-centric future awaits. Stop. Good day. I am visiting London for sightseeing. Would like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please. Something wrong, Bruno? Oh, not exactly. Just fairly sure I recognize these jurors. Almost all of them, in fact. Not 3. Really? Funny coincidences like that do happen from time to time, don't they? I wonder if they're gonna ever bring up that the jury, I don't know, like, is it rigged? Quite strange. The juries are chosen at random from London's 6 million inhabitants, you know? But I've been led to believe. It tells me I'm being duped. Or they're just reusing assets. Very well. Now, Lord Van Zieks. Court calls upon the prosecution to introduce the facts of the case. As you wish, my lord. Allow me to begin with a word of warning to the ladies and gentlemen of the jury. In short, there has never been a more self-evident case of cold-blooded murder. The victim, Mr. Pop Windebank, proprietor of a pawn shop on Baker Street, was shot from behind and died instantly. Prosecution presents this photographic print of the crime scene. As the court will observe, there's a single bullet wound just below the gentleman's left shoulder. Yep. Evidence suggests that the bullet pierced the man's heart, resulting in near instant death. Moving on to the findings of Scotland Yard's coroner, his report states that the bullet entered the body on a rising diagonal trajectory. Okay, so someone shorter than him or below him. What's that supposed to tell us? It means the victim was likely shot by someone significantly shorter in height than himself, like McGill did. Someone like the accused, you might say. Oh! The prosecution wishes to present the autopsy report and crime scene photograph as evidence, my lord. Indeed, the court accepts. Hand them to the bailiff, please. I got evidence. I now ask the court to turn its attention to this plan of the establishment where the incident occurred. There's a back room though, wasn't there? They just, okay. The proprietor was like, okay, you can see where my mouse is, right? Like there was a shelf and it really looked like there's like a room, like more room back here. It was found in the storeroom where he kept articles pawned to him. Windowless room with a single point of entry. A door to the main shop that was found locked. This sealed chamber, there are only 2 persons present. I mean, it wasn't perfectly sealed, there's a cat door thing. The victim, Mr. Windibank, and the accused. It may further interest the court to know that when the accused was discovered at the scene, she had in her hand the gun used to fire the fatal bullet. Do we know it fired the bullet? Like, do we have ballistic evidence? That's that then, isn't it? Like every little girl, pickpocket anyway. One of those filthy drabs that live in the slums in the East End. Oh well, it was only a matter of time before she got blood on her hands then. What are the jurors waiting for? The girl's guilty as hell. Is that me? Can't jump to conclusions here. Mustn't assume her guilt just because of what she has to do to survive. Also, like, why would she be passed out? My learned Nipponese friend. It is you who mustn't jump to conclusions. The prosecution has barely begun presenting its case. Conveniently, this appalling act of murder did not go unobserved. There were witnesses. Good gracious! After their testimony, this girl's true nature will be exposed. Pitiful pig purse or cold-hearted killer. Here's to establishing the truth. Court will take the floor plan and firearm into evidence. Hand them to the bailiff, please. You're getting a lot of evidence. At once, my lord. Wait, hold on. Signs of a single discharge? Yeah. Wait, hold on. I guess we can examine this. See anything on there? Nothing of note. Go ahead and click on it. The cylinder is completely empty. Labor with a single bullet. Yep. Crime scene floor plan. Yeah. There's relative positions in the main shop in your storeroom. Okay. Just being thorough. Like, hey, reporting. That's me. I'm the reporting party. Between 1 and 1:30. Okay. I feel like the mood in here has turned very gloomy all of a sudden, you know? I think that's because it has. Oh no! Let us begin. Bring forth the witnesses to the foul murder of Mr. Pop Windibank on the 16th of April of this year. I get the two the 2 goons. Witnesses, state your names and occupation for the court. These guys aren't thieves. Name's Nosh Skolkin. Occupation is not Skolkin. The baddie, professional baddie. Name's Ringo Skolkin. Occupation's same as him. Tobias Gregson, Scotland Yard Inspector. That's right, we're what they call the 3 Skolkin brothers. Wait, 3? Come on, Gregson. What are you looking at me for like that? Don't lump me in with you lot. Poor blimey, that's cold. That you know what we're going through. I hold her breath. Let's contact everyone we have. We're scouring every shady corner of the capital. Then last night we come across you. Very spit of the bloke. Ain't that right, Ringo? He is now, she is. Very spit of him. So we decided there ain't. And then what we was gonna do was gonna call you. Is that a pear? Big breath Soki. Come on, leave it out, you two. Soki Skulkin? Or you ran out of chips. Well then, Inspector Soki Gregson. Begging your pardon, my lord, but the name's Tobias. What I would like to know, Inspector, is what you're doing in the witness stand. The Skulkin brothers are currently under arrest, my lord, on suspicion of theft. Thieves, are they? These three? I like how he's lumping at Gregson. No, my lord, begging your pardon. Please don't let me in with this lot. 2 nights ago, these two brothers illegally entered an establishment with intent to burgle. In the course of their nefarious activities, they became embroiled in a far more sinister crime. By Jove, you mean to say, an extraordinary coincidence. Indeed, my lord. While attempting to burglarize the pawnbrokery, they witnessed its proprietor's murder. He's on a box. Order! Order! The various trespasses of these brothers are not the subject of today's proceeding, though they will naturally face trial in the very near future. With your lordship's permission, I'd like to remain in the stand to keep these two gents on the straight and narrow. Of course, Inspector. Skeptical as I am about the caliber of these witnesses, permit them to take the stand. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin, you'll now testify before the court. Describe the events of the night in question, what exactly you saw. Happy to. Cause a Skulkin never Skulkin. Okay. Please, if you do it, Iris will write good about you. Do it. Get out of it. Witness testimony. Legal entry. We was walking down Baker Street in the small hours, and the gap doors was ajar, see? It was like some kind of sign, begging for fair to us go in, it was. Once we got inside, blimey lummy. What does that mean? Heard a gunshot from the back room. We went to see what was what. The door was locked from the inside. Are they not? Wait, they're being tried as thieves, so they're not being tried for attempted murder? They did shoot at Holmes, presumably. We never done nothing, Governor. We never took nothing. We just left after that, nice and quiet. A terrible coincidence, it would seem. Precise moment these miscreants entered the property, an even more sinister crime was afoot. The witness's testimony is consistent with the crime scene in every detail. The little brother was looking away during that last line, by the way. Wonder if we have to call that out. The door prevented access to the storeroom from the main shop was indeed locked from the inside. And within, only the victim and the accused were found. Okay, where's the key? How many keys are there? 2. Must say, it does appear to be an overwhelmingly simple case. Still, the defense may cross-examine the witnesses now. Of course, counsel, if you please. Counsel? Yes. What's the matter, you know? Sorry, I was just stunned into silence for a moment by the blatant lies being told by the pair in the stand. No, this is all nonsense, because I saw it with my own eyes. I exposed their testimony for the pack of lies it is. Cross-examination. Legal entry. We was walking down Baker Street, and the door was ajar. Looks some kind of sign begging for her to go in. And oh, okay, he just looks away when he says this. We never took nothing. Left after that nice. Do we have evidence for this? I mean, if you count the calendar, maybe that's arguable. Okay, let's press that. You didn't do or take anything. Is that your story? No time to take your hands out of your pockets. You just left nice and quietly, you say? That's right, Governor. Nothing we ain't more than violence. Yeah. We are, Nash, we are. Never even pulled me dukes out of me Lucy lockets. Clearly like us to believe. Hey, come again. As you fled from the pawnbrokers that night, did you not run into anyone else? And did you not fire a gun at that person? Saints alive, they fired a gun, you say? Blimey, Governor. I would love it if the cross-examination is just that easy. Ain't telling us it was you in the doorway? It was. And the bleeding Nora? Didn't you say that before? You were armed with a gun. As you fled the scene, you fired that gun at London's greatest detective, Sherlock Sholmes. Shot the great Mr. Sholmes? I did hear that, actually. There's a rumor he'd been rushed to the hospital. Great Sholmes, that's beyond the pale. On the night in question, this pair were arrested by the police within minutes of the discovery of the crime scene. Their suspicion countenance rapidly gave them away. When searched, a firearm was indeed found in their possession. Furthermore, the barrel shows signs of a shot having been fired from it. Oh, that's got a long, what do you call that, nose? That's the nose of the gun? Prosecution invites his lordship to examine the firearm recovered from these brothers. Yes, indeed. Remnants of powder are on the muzzle, as they say, counsel. A muzzle, no, nose. Court will hold the weapon as evidence. Skulkin Brothers' gun. Okay. Having a drink? Oh, okay, hold on. You take that drink, I gotta look at this. Anything weird about it? Ah, shut up, I'm dead! Bang! Is it loaded? The ammunition is still loaded in 5 of this revolver, 6 cylinders. Okay, so it probably shot once. Unless they reloaded. Well, that hit Hurley, in fact, isn't it? And almost as soon as we walk through the window bank's door. I'll make those brothers pay. Okay. And hold on, I want to look at the blood sample skin. What? So Sholmes is probably green if he was shot. But like, who else's blood could that be? And Winderbank's blue. That's all we got. Now, my learned Nipponese friend. Yes? Here's to you successfully presenting the evidence. For yes, there are telltale signs of spent powder on this gun, a single bullet missing from the cylinder. But the prosecution demands evidence that it was fired at the scene of the crime under scrutiny in this trial. Objection. I don't need evidence. I mean, we literally see the bullet in the calendar. Because I was there! Objection. However, the rest of us in this courtroom were not. If the defense fails to provide evidence in support of its rash claim, we shall have no choice but to toast your incompetence and move on. Evidence that these two fired that gun before they left the window banks. Yeah. Court demands that all claims are affirmed with clear proof. I assume it's the blood sample. Yeah, probably. Oops. Take that. The evidence is in this portfolio. What on earth have you there? It's actually the portfolio of all my drawings. I've been taking up sketching. During the course of our investigation, we discovered a number of bloodstains. Not trusting the police to do the job they're trained to do. How arrogantly Nipponese of you. But, well, anyway. We analyzed all the blood samples we found and recorded the results in this portfolio. We claim to have the evidence the court is demanding therein. Yes, my lord. No more dallying then, counsel. Present the pertinent evidence at once. Really? You're making me do this? This game has mostly avoided this. Take that! What is that? Explain! The photographic print taken from the pawnbrokery on the day of the incident. From the scene of the crime, is it? Is that a bullet hole? My eyes do not deceive me. At the bullet is still lodged there. Yes, as your lordship noticed, bullet pierced Mr. Windebeck's calendar. The date shown being the 16th of April, the very day of the pawnbroker's death. The incident occurred at 1 hour after midnight. This indicates a separate shot had been fired sometime after the calendar had been set to the 16th. Yeah, that's gotta be relevant at some point. That's right. While it isn't irrefutable, the defense believes this is credible evidence the witnesses did fire a round from their gun in the pawnbrokers that night. Ah! Order! How does the prosecution stand, Lord Van Zeeks? Do you think the Bobby never reported that? You know, the one staring at it? That is the direction my learned friend wishes to take. Prosecution has no objection. You see, by presenting this, the only other gun at the crime scene fired once that way. What? But you'll forgive me for flinging my hallowed chalice aside in disgust the repugnancy it exposes. Yes, on the night of the question, these brothers entered the pawnbroker illegally, and like the bold baddies they claim to be, opened fire on the new arrivals before fleeing back onto the street. Take it easy there, Governor. You're gonna land us in the soup. And a deal. You're gonna get into details. Tell them, Soki. Set the bloke straight. Have nothing to add. Though he knew, did he? Van Zeeks knew their testimony would almost certainly expose the extent of their crimes. It would seem now that I owe my learned Nipponese friend a word of gratitude. What do you mean? What I mean, that you have helpfully confirmed an important fact. To what fact do you refer, Lord Van Zeeks? As has been established at the point of their arrest, a single shot had been fired from the brother's gun. However, if that shot found its target in Mr. Sholmes, then clearly these witnesses cannot be accused of the fatal shooting of the proprietor and victim. Ah! Yeah, set yourself up for that one. In other words, these two men have no material connection to the murder of Mr. Windebank at all. So that's it. Don't, come on! Don't do a special high five thing. That's it, we didn't have nothing to do with it. We didn't, Ash, we didn't. That's what I reckon. Your crimes include an unfault lawful entry, intent to steal, perjury, and let us not forget, attempted murder. What a catalog, yeah, fellas. Ah. Word for it now, bro. Now then, let's take a moment to consider the aforementioned great detective, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Seems the man patronized the pawnbrokers in question somewhat regularly. Where's he going with this? Mr. Sholmes appears to take pleasure in tinkering with eccentric machinery. Eccentric? Says who? Not me. Give me that look. Stole a pair of machines like this one. Okay. The victim's shop. Oh, one of Harley's red-handed recorders. What is that, Counsel? The appearance of a photographic contraption. As your lordship has surmised, it is indeed a camera attached to a small timing device. Every half an hour, it automatically photographs the interior of the establishment. Okay, but also show us the one at midnight and 12:30. I feel like that's going to be relevant. Don't just show us the one, that caught like Gene on camera shooting him or something. The idea being that if a thief were to break into the shop, he'd be caught red-handed. The prosecution has obtained the photographs taken by the device in the night in question. Oh, okay. 8:30. Hey, stereoscope guy, we're gonna need you here. 9:30. The court will observe copious identical prints are produced in quite desultory fashion. What does desultory mean? Rather practical, I feel. In fact, there are two such devices in the victim's shop, my lord. I refer to the court to the plan of the premises. The respective positions are here and here. Okay. Say these cameras produce a print every half hour. Afraid I fail to see. How that would help if the anticipated thief conducted his activities in one of the many 30-minute intervals. We can only pray that the would-be criminal lingers, my lord. The night in question, the witnesses currently in the stand were not caught on camera. That's a big old friar tuck head, bro. Lady Luck loves a skulking. Witnesses, what time did your trespassing begin? Must have been just after 1. Right, bro. Must have been, Nash. Must have been. Yeah, just got 1. In which case, minutes before these brothers entered the establishment. What scene might we expect to see within the shop? Let us examine the evidence. Oh. Do you think he's threatening to shoot himself and she took it? Good lord! It's the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade. As the court can clearly see, the accused is pictured, gun in hand, facing the victim over the shop counter. No doubt coercing the maybe this is a like AI, like, fake. Yeah, that's our defense. No doubt coercing the proprietor to open the door to his storeroom. Quite! One can only too easily imagine the events that unfolded. We'll take this photographic print as evidence, if you please, counsel. Okay, well, how did the door get locked then? How did she get knocked out? Ah, don't believe it, Ginny. In short, the accused is the only person who could possibly have killed Mr. Windibank. Summation examination time? I say, my lord. Sholmes? Sholmes? Oh. What if I ever put in a word at this point? Go ahead, Mr. Foreman. Come on, he'll help us. He knows us. Took a badly bullet to the knee in the Battle of Maiwan. 1880, don't you know? Decorated for it and all that. Forced to retire from service, sadly. Of course, metal can never outshine the exploits of chaps like us on the battlefield. Yes, Mr. Foreman, and what exactly is your point? Carried on the battle after retirement, you see? Battle of daily life, if you like. Here I am now, leading this small squadron. 6 men, all good and true. We'll all go down together, you mark my words. One for all, and all for one. The ladies and gentlemen of the jury have reached agreement, have they? Is that what we are to understand? Come on, well, Mr. Foreman, is that correct? In a matter of speaking, yes. This is the Garrett Squadron's position, sir. But no, it's too soon to make a judgment here. Status report for the court, men, on the double. His lordship insists on promptitude at all times. That goes for making decisions, too. I think I'll find the truth of this clear as day now. Can reach out and touch it. We never left it in there. Just wait, hold on. That got added. Oh, okay, I wanted to turn it over. What's the cat doing? What do you think? This might be the other photograph, and like we gotta zoom in. I don't think they've actually made us use the magnifying glass yet. I don't see anything. We probably have to compare it to another one to really like get what's important. Situation clear. Stop. No room for doubt. Stop. Truth now undeniable. Stop. I am very sorry for brothers. They are unlucky. What if this is the third brother? Very well. I now call upon each member of the jury to state his or her leaning in the matter. Now to considered verdicts to the court.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Oh, wait.
Guilty.
Guilty.
This will be our first summation examination without Susato's book. Well, I don't think we can make it, guys. It does appear indeed that the jury is unanimous in its leading already. That photograph must be the definitive evidence that Gregson mentioned. But Ginny didn't shoot him. Of course not. My lord, defense wishes to assert its right to a summation examination. What if they changed the law in the last 2 months? Got rid of it. Very well, the court grants permission. So, you refuse to admit defeat again. How unsurprised. Hey, it has a 100% track record. Success track record. We shall proceed immediately with the summation examination. The foreman, are all members of the jury ready? Absolutely, sir. Always ready for action, my chaps. Very good. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, will each explain on what grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty. Judicial findings. The juror's contention. Yeah, all the evidence clearly points the fingers of guilt at the young pickpocket Tanine. Is that like a female version of pickpocket? I don't know. The housemaid. I should like to see all filthy eyesores promptly and rigorously eliminated. I think you'll find that if you look at the photograph in stereo, the truth will just pop out. If I haven't left it in there, should think there'll be repercussions by now. Mind made up. Stop. Global radio transmission of verdict to follow. Stop. Motherland, we say never judge by clothes, judge by head. But once brothers are innocent. Circumstances of the crime and evidence do indeed implicate the defendant rather comprehensively. Storeroom locked from the inside. The victim and the accused were discovered alone. The accused hands the fatal revolver, firing of which was heard by these witnesses. Not to mention this print. Think about a chap who's seen action on the battlefield. A young girl's on the verge of pulling the bally trigger. Thanks a lot, Mr. Holmes. Oh dear. These cameras are supposed to help, not hinder. I'm afraid I think you have quite an uphill struggle ahead of you. Regina didn't shoot Mr. Winterbank. Which means there's more to this situation than we've yet to see. I was thinking that. How do you agree with that? Iris can read minds? Iris, just read all the jurors' minds. Probably the sixth one is evil. You have the floor, counsel. Proceed with the summation examination. Okay. Fences rebuttal. First off. Wait, too far.
Hold it!
What do you mean look at the photograph in stereo? Don't you know? Look at the photograph print normally.
Objection!
Yeah, what? No indication the defendant never fired the gun. Yeah. Any chance? You have finished stereoscopes? Oh, how did you know? It's called a lucky guess. Never gets old seeing the two prints merge into one before your eyes. Extraordinary, it's captivating. Had a modern entity, modernity. Think you'll find the stereoscope is here to stay. Giving us new perspectives you could only dream of before. It's the greatest invention the world has ever seen. Like you give me new perspective on this case. I'd agree with you. Really? We left it in there. I should think they'll be. What is this about?
Hold it!
What exactly are you muttering about all this time, sir? Keep talking about having left something somewhere or something like that. Ah, so sorry. You can probably tell I'm a surgeon. What did he left the knife in Jobs? Totally passed me by. How? People conducting surgery in this country aren't considered to be doctors. Oh no. Though me and my kind are at the forefront of medical science, the real brains in the field. What is it you think he left behind? Oh well, that's a little embarrassing to be honest. Operating at someone yesterday, standard thing running through the abdomen. But when I'd finished the procedure, I couldn't find my scalpel anywhere. Did he? Surely not. Surely not, you say to yourself, don't you? Worrying, isn't it? What's been troubling me this whole time? You really left my scalpel inside the fellow's belly? No, of course I couldn't. So there you have it. Like I said, a little embarrassing, really. One way of putting it. The other is manslaughter. My concern! Since this case of his we all but sewn up. Focus on trying to remember exactly what I've sewn up elsewhere. Sure, made sure everything was back as it should be. Sure as you can be without being sure. Sure you need to be more sure. You're evolutionary first. Please tell me you're not villain Bolshevik. He remembers his name. The Grushian evolutionary. You're evolutionary? Believe there's a rumor. This a rumor? As you see, I have unfortunate appearance. Look like vicious criminal. Your words, not mine. Just want to point that out. People call me revolutionary, murderer, autocrat. And which club fits? Oh, it's Susanoo in disguise. Good day, I'm visiting London for sightseeing. I'd like to take bus to Crystal Tower, please. Right, this sounds staged at all. Forgive me for having my doubts. Treated like vicious criminal all the time. It's very painful. People do not realize this. So what's with the V for W thing? Is that like a... I know that like the history of V and W, like they're together. That's W, but like U was V back then. Or, I don't know. Did that like not make it into Russian? So I have sympathies for these brothers. People say these criminals only because of how they look. Skulkin brothers? Ah, maybe they went inside pawnbroker shop, but they have done nothing wrong. That's all I want to say. Skulkin brothers did nothing wrong that night? Alright, well, first of all, that's one not so little misunderstanding I'll need to clear up straight away. Tell me something, Iris. What is it, you know? Chosen at random, right? Yes, it's amazing, isn't it? That case, I saw there's a Russian tourist sitting among them who looks for all the world like a revolutionary. Wish I knew. Can't change the mind of more than half. The trial will be over. No, Jenny would never shoot anyone. Find contradictions. Okay.
Hold it!
Start pressing everything. I didn't see any obvious like things we could connect. You're the lawyer chap. There's a turn up for the books. He just now recognized us. Rather turbulent time we had back then. Extraordinary events took place at your house, that's for sure. I believe Mr. Sholmes and I were able to get to the bottom of it all. I think we did rather a lot for you, didn't we? Yeah, we accused you of your wife of murder. Or manslaughter at the very least. And obviously, wouldn't be suggesting that therefore you should be changing your leaning to not guilty or anything. Okay, I love that he says this. Can't be denied, I suppose. The curse of the Garrett house was the talk of the town after that business. Lodgers moved out, couldn't get a bally soul to take up the tenancies. Oh. Haven't had the heart to break the news to Joni yet. Bad enough that the old girl's clapped up. Clapped up means arrested? Can't be denied, you did do rather a lot. Not for us, that's for dash certain. Suppose not. Of course. You made no suggestion of that being the reason I'm leaning towards guilty here. Obviously. Obviously. Honestly, really we should pay more attention to the trial. Let's do juror number 2. He has a thing for maids. Okay, press this. What do you mean by filthy eyesores? Just to pass through East End. It's full of beggars, pick purses, and craftsmen. Scum of the earth. Little harsh, perhaps. Let me be plain. Were it up to me, all those back slums would be made spick and span or eradicated. We have people like the great detective working to achieve these important goals. Yeah, Mr. Herlock Sholmes. I like to keep abreast of his exploits by reading the Rants magazine. He does wonders cleaning up London streets. Be declared an honorary maid of the capital. Where's the maid costume for Sholmes? Really quite unforgivable. Getter scum having the audacity to shoot our very greatest detective. Minor detail, it's the 2 brothers in the stand who shot him, not the defendant. Minor detail indeed. They're all gutter scum as far as I'm concerned. Oh, just might be an idea to get our facts straight anyway. Yeah, it's alright. Shall I mind my... Oh, okay, here we go. Brothers are the scum of the earth. They should swing for shooting this great detective. Okay. Wait. Maybe?
Protection.
They clearly contradict each other. Good lord! Counsel, explain yourself. My statement contradicted. Okay, it worked. C-O-N. Yeah, C-O-N, con. Juror number 6, you've got the wrong end of the stick. I do not have stick, I have mouse. Juror number 2 said earlier. Skulkin brothers fled the scene of the night in question. They fired a shot from their revolver. Yes, they shot poor Mr. Sholmes in the abdomen, I understand. Smog sword! Surely you're not going to tell the court now that you didn't hear. Abdomen, A, B. Sir? Sorry. My English is still learning. are telling the court you didn't hear. Forgive me, I did not hear. Here's word. Abdomen, part of a person's body, containing stomach and other vital organs. This is what you mean? You're saying in plain English. I am Russian, not native speaker. Was that a good idea to let this man be on the jury again? Maybe we should let the mouse be the juror instead. So? You're telling me these brothers who look like criminals were lying? Said before, we never done nothing. Truth is, they shot detective. Ah, it's double negative. Yes, that's exactly right. Why no, mouse? No! Lying is wrong, especially when lie is said by a person who looks like criminal. Coming from you, that seems surprisingly prejudiced. This means they said we never took nothing. Maybe it was also a big fat lie. Is this true? Well, according to the police report, no stolen goods were found, so... Enough! I trust no one now. Oh, we probably need the print from like 2 AM or later to see what's missing. That missing thing is probably relevant. Not the mouse's fault, though, sir. But see with own eyes. Just to investigate crime scene myself. And that won't be possible. Yes, it is, you know. Easily. Sorry? You're gonna replicate it in 3D. But the prints from Hurley's red-handed recorder. Read the print that pictures Ginny. The next print from half an hour later. You'll be see straight away if anything was taken or not. We're actually doing it. Wow, I thought they're gonna make us wait like another hour. Go away, Mr. Prosecutor. Tut tut. Calling out the prosecution in the middle of a summation examination of all times. Print showing the accused of threatening the victim after she broke into the shop is this one. Following this, the victim and the accused moved into the storeroom. Meanwhile, the Skulkin brothers entered the shop. Samir, they heard the fatal gunshot ring out. Then, sadly, none of these events are captured on film. This is the print produced by the camera half an hour later, after the brothers' flight. This was taken after Hurley was shot then. Put them side by side. As far as I can tell, nothing has been taken. Is there red on the books now? Oh no, that was always there. Doesn't appear to be the case. Put them both side by side. Can stereoscope guy help us out? Can't notice anything that's obviously missing in the second print. Brothers who look like criminals told only one lie. Shot man, but they stole nothing. Seems so, yes. Good! No, not good! You're right. Did not understand the situation. Now I know brothers had lied. It's very important to continue with trial. Yeah, let's go! We got one! Hold on, you know the balance is shifting. Oh, start I suppose. There must be more in what these jurors are saying that I can use to expose the truth. Do that? Might just turn the situation to our favor still. Okay, we didn't get the maid though. Continue with the summation examination. Yeah. Another print in the court record. Sure if we can make use of that. You're really not gonna let us put them side by side? The doll? Is the doll the skull? Is anything different about the skull? Skull seems the same. Papers and the... Yeah, they're good. Quill, 2 papers, lamp. Yeah, what about... I hate... Let us put them side by... Stereoscope guy! Help us out!
Hold it!
Let us do it.
Objection!
Is it gonna let us do it? Maybe? Maybe? Dang it. Okay. Did we? She's the only one we haven't pressed yet, I think? Go ahead and press her. Okay, radio transmission? What do you mean? From the Far East? Stop. Yes, from the Empire of Japan. All communication with Far Eastern nations used to take place by mail. Royal mail steamers take more than a month to complete the journey. Now we have electric telegram. The message using electrical signals. Thousands of miles of cable have been laid along the ocean beds. Yeah, okay. I was talking about this a couple episodes ago. Thousands of miles of cable on the ocean bed? My head hurt just thinking about it. But well informed, young lady. Cable's become a thing of the past. Stop. Satellite. Just when I started to catch up. Radio transmission is the future. Stop. Oh yeah, I guess. Messages carried over airwaves to 4 corners of the globe. Stop. Well, how far could radio get back in the day? Wait. Why is it golden? Is that because we convinced him? Excitement growing. Stop. Atmosphere electric. Stop. Hey, try not to wear out your fingers. Era of wireless telegraphy. Telegraphy. Stop. Driving technological revolution. Stop. People say inventions like the stereoscope are the height of technology, but utter piffle. Can't understand it. Really can't. Oh? Oh, they're just silly toys.
Excuse me.
Error number 3? Sorry to interrupt when you're obviously fuming, but... What? You perhaps have something to say about the juror number 5's last remark? If I couldn't guess. Oh, you bet I do. Say that again. Go on, I dare ya. Goodness, are you talking to me? I think he just might be, yes. Think stereoscopes are just toys, do you? Huh? Absolutely. I mean, really, shouldn't you view photographs in 3 dimensions? Why on earth would you not just use your eyes to look at the world around you? It's all 3-dimensional. She has a 2DS. What a great way to appease the man. I think they were less expensive, right? $50 less? No, I'm sorry. Stereoscopes are of no practical use at all. You just don't know. I like having a 3D slider on my Nintendo DS. Pardon? Then you'll find that viewing a photograph through a stereoscope. Unlock all sorts of possibilities. Obviously gonna have to demonstrate. Yeah. Okay. The crime scene. Yes. Real hidden clues. Have you got any, Uno? Yes. How about this friend here?
Take that.
Give him the cat with the snowman. Alright, juror number 3. Yes. Like you to demonstrate. Give him the cat.
Take that.
Tell me, Mr. Lawyer. You know how stereographic images work? You understand the principle? Think so. Did only have a lesson only yesterday. Okay, yes, we get it. I get this probably isn't the last time we're gonna do this. It's still super important to the trial somehow. Oh wait, sorry, what was that? Probably doesn't matter. What happens if we use 2 photographs that are exactly the same? Yeah, okay, that won't work. Oh! Of course, now I see. I think the young girls discovered the secret. I hate it. I am. You uncross your eyes before you tell me. But now they look at these 2 pictures from Harley's camera, you know? Go on. I'm looking. Looking so hard. I don't see anything on the table. It's got to be on the ground somewhere then, I think, or... I don't see it. Really obvious... Well, yeah, there's people in one of them. I see that straight away, but now you're looking at the pictures in 3 dimensions. And I'll give it a go. Alright, what? Cross your eyes. The quilt, yeah. Wait. Are they gonna do it for me? You might just see it properly? Nope. Not very good at this, that's the trouble. Oh yeah, just the thing. Yeah, thank you. Slam that in there. Here goes. What's different? See what we got. Wait, look at that. Ah! What's going on with these 2 pictures? Were they moved slightly? Some of the things at the counter, they sort of jump out at you. The judge! Yes, that's it, you see? That's the other amazing power of stereoscopes. Other amazing power? Someone gonna explain what this black magic, Why the deuce do some of the things on the counter seem to jump out at you like that? I think you'll find that if you consider the basic principle of the stereoscope, you'll answer your own question. Basic principles of the stereoscope? I said before, try to look at two identical pictures using a stereoscope, it won't work at all. It's like shift in positions of certain objects that lets you see the pictures three-dimensionally. In other words, even though at first glance it seems the objects on the counter haven't moved at all between the pictures, I really can't tell that they've moved. It shows that actually there's a slight shift in their positions. I think maybe someone knocked them over and put them back, or they must have been. Now hold fire there, sir. A reasonable grasp of the whole cross-eyed business now, I'd say. Why the devil does this shift between two prints exist in the first place? Well, what's the answer, fella? Come on, you're the cross-eyed master. What? Me? From the first idea. You know, it's quite simple. It is? Just think it through step by step. First photograph was taken at 1 AM. 30 minutes later, second photograph was taken. Position of some items on the counter appear to have shifted slightly in the interim. So that means sometime in the half-hour interval, someone must have tampered with the things on the counter. Zookers! Zookers. Someone tampered? New information? Stop. Not mentioning a testimony so far? Stop. Yes. Gotta go around in circles a little here, it seems. Trying to see what I should be aiming at in the summation examination now. Ladies and gentlemen, question now is clear. We know the items on the countertop were moved, but by whom? Are you suggesting you might know? The brothers. Of course. Right? Wait, this is the older brother? I assume. Like, I don't see why Windibank would move. It was you, Edgar Bennett. I forgot his name.
Take that!
As the witnesses currently in the stand, the Skulkin brothers. Wait! This does not agree with what brothers said in testimony before. Said they did not even have time to pull Dukes from Lucy Lockets. Facebook says Dukes is meaning hands and Lucy Lockets is meaning pockets. Oh, thank you. I thought that was referring to like royalty. Is this another lie? And you know their jewelry. Is this what you were saying? I'm afraid so. Hold on there a minute. You can't be sure of that. I quite agree. Used as a common pick purse after all. Perfectly possible she went through the things on the desk to see what she might steal. I think that's unlikely. And why exactly? You can see from the photographic print, and it was pointing a gun at the victim. Same as my learned friend indicated, she was coercing Shasta back. Coercing Mr. Windibank to open the storeroom door. In other words, Miss Lestrade's interest lay within the storeroom, not in the main shop, giving her no reason to touch anything on the counter. All of which points to one thing. Skulkin brothers have omitted key facts in their testimony. The accused is a pig purse, common gutter trash. If I look any further for it, the wrongdoer here. You know, I'm glad, you know, it's not racism against, you know, Japanese. Now, you know, just, you know, class, good old, what do you call, is it classism? Is that, like, we can get behind that, right, guys? Because the Skulkin brothers are thieves, madam. Oh, that was a sarcasm, by the way. Don't take that literally. No better, in fact, voice than a pick purse. I believe that the brothers were looking for something on the victim's counter that night. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you condemn the defendant on the grounds that she's a pickpocket, would it not at least be right and proper to thoroughly scrutinize testimony given against her by two thieves? Well said. I, for one, would like to hear more from that shady pair. What was that? His head just got on fire. That's why he's bald. He's done that once before. Can you all see now? You'll fight stereoscopes are playthings. It's an extraordinary potential firsthand. That's 3? One more. Wholeheartedly agreed. Stop. As purchased after trial. Stop. Will return home via Regent Street. Stop. We got 2 stereoscope fans now. Well, it seems this trial is yet to run its course. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury have declared their inclinations via the mighty scales of justice. Hereby call the summation examination to conclusion with the balance altered in the defendant's favor. 2 lean to guilty, 4 lean to not guilty. Accordingly, jury is without consensus. I order this trial to continue. Yay, well done. Oh, by the way. What? You should hold on to this, you know? You never know when it might come in useful. Placing one trial would be unusual, surely? Alright, if you say so. We're gonna use this to look at the ball in Van Zeek's shoulder to... Lord Van Zeek's. We'll instruct the witnesses that the court demands additional testimony from them. Sure, it won't spoil the bouquet to do so, my lord. Won myself another chance to probe that pair about their activities that night at least. I won't stop probing them. I've proven that Gina's innocent. Should we continue? Let's go! Usually in the trials we don't get to actually stop at it to be continued. Thank you, game. Sometimes they put it like 5 minutes after the summation examination, but I don't know that, so I just call it there. Anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next time for trial part 2. Still, I don't know where this case is going. Like, the cat door thing has to come up, right? That's Giselle Brent and Olive Guy. I don't even know, dude. Help me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.